Yeah, indeed, Gavin, we're delighted. Like all sports, I suppose, we're delighted to be back on some footing. So, yes, we're driving ahead now, hopefully, with our Winter League. Obviously, because of COVID, like every sport, there'll be some certain changes, but everyone are probably aware of those at this stage. Yes, we had number collection last Wednesday evening, and that was successful. About 90% of people that got down collected their number. So there's a small percentage have their number to collect. So we'd ask them to come very early on Wednesday night, maybe around 6:15, collect their number and get back out onto out of the hall, basically, because we haven't any facility in the hall to have groups in there. So mass start on Wednesday. So the short route will be going off at 6:45. And then 3 minutes later, we're going to get off the main event, if you like, the longer route. So that's our plan, and we'll take it from there. Then, obviously, the handicap system kicks in then after the first night for the next 11 nights.
Great stuff. And as you say, I know people have registered online as well. I suppose we're become accustomed to that over the last while. Anyone who hasn't got their number, come early Wednesday night.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be there. We'll have our team there from 6:15, sorting out the final few registrations. Obviously, the handling of keys, which we previously would have done. We would have held keys for people. We'd ask people to bring maybe their single car key and keep it in their pocket. So we won't have a facility to take keys from people. Usually the €3 a night thing, that's all online now. So we'd ask people to try and facilitate us by doing their online entry rather than bringing the money along. As a matter of fact, we'll be collecting no money at any of the Winter League this year. So that has proved to work pretty well up to now. Most people seem to have the online option taken. And just if people can get down nice and early, 6:15, 6:20, to collect their number, those that haven't. Those that arriving on Wednesday night that have the number collected don't need to go into the hall. Right. Okay, they don't need to go into the hall. The hall won't be opened as such for those, just for the number collection as it was last Wednesday night. So hopefully we'll get a good dry night for the first night and get everybody off and home safely.
Yeah, let's hope so, because I suppose it's a synonymous league, of course, in the calendar every year, because there's so much goes into it behind the scenes in terms of yourselves, the committee, the stewards out there as well, and it's always kind of a good friendly atmosphere as well when people start off and get out and enjoy the run, I suppose.
Yeah, it was set up like 27 years ago as a fun run obviously for people that are involved in athletics, but it's about 50-50. We would get an awful lot of people come run the Winter League, might be at the end of their football hurling season or whatever, and just a bit of a keep fit and a bit of social interactivity over the winter months, and we get a traverse amount of people down from all sports, if you like, and it's a fun event, and that's exactly how that's why it always attracts good numbers year on year.
Super stuff. And maybe a quick outline then, James, of the two routes and maybe where they go, the long one and the short one.
Yeah, the short route actually it's about 2.5 miles, so it heads out through Childers Estate, out the All Road. It does the Father Toomey's loop, as we call it, so out the main N25, back on the Greenway and Father Toomey's, and basically back the way you went out. So, as you said, Gavin, that will be stewarded right throughout. We have 30 stewards out every Wednesday night, about 15 or so on the short and 15 to 20 on the long route. The long route itself then is the other side of the bridge, as they say. It goes off over down the lookout, off over the causeway, out the Greenway to Sea Park, where it crosses at the pedestrian crossing at Sea Park, and they do a loop then of the Friary College back to Crotty's Corner and back the way they went out, basically. So it's a loop, the Friary College loop, if you like, and back the Greenway, back down the quay to the finish at the Sports Centre.
Great stuff indeed. So I believe it's 6 weeks, is it, before Christmas, and then another 6 after Christmas, James, for this year's league?
Yeah, 6 before Christmas, Gavin, and 5 actually after Christmas. We have a 2-week break over the festive season, and the reason we cut it slightly short to 5 is that the last Wednesday night will be the Wednesday before the John Tracy. So we're planning on the John Tracy 10 mile going ahead on the 6th of February 2022. Again, we'll talk about that in the near future, but we are planning to have the John Tracy. Hopefully we'll get it back after missing a year. So the last Wednesday night of the league will be on the Wednesday before the John Tracy.
Great stuff. And I suppose it's great to see these events back. I know there's been a couple of races here and there, and the lads below and the city have had a few events as well, but just to see people back out as well, and getting back to some sort of normality as well, it's important, I suppose, isn't it?
It is indeed, Gavin, and we're just coming to the end of county and Munster cross country as well for juveniles and seniors, and you know there was a lot of work put into making sure that those events were organised and that they went ahead, you know, and thankfully, safely, they all did. So we had our last B Munster cross country yesterday in Fermoy, so that was the final episode of the localised Munster county cross country. So of course we'll be heading to the All Irelands now in a couple of weeks' time up to Dublin. So any of those that would have qualified. So look, like every sport, Gavin, everyone is delighted to be back. Fantastic numbers, obviously, because of people need to get out and get active again, especially going back to the juveniles again. The juvenile numbers are really, really good, you know, and so look, hopefully everything will settle down in time and we'll drive on from there.
Super stuff. So final, maybe quick reminder of those times and plans then for Wednesday night for the start of the league.
Okay, we'll ask people to park in their usual parking place, of course, you know, not to obstruct any gateways. That's obviously enough. People that haven't got the number collected to come down for maybe 6:15, 6:20, collect your number, then leave the hall. We'll be starting the short route at 6:45 sharp, and 3 minutes later, immediately we'll line up the long route, and they'll get underway then as well. The other appeal we would make to people coming along is, please don't congregate after you finish. Go back, leave the finish area, go back to your car and head home. You know, and we try and keep everybody as safe as we can. We have COVID officers on duty and they'll be doing their job at the finish line. We would just ask people just to be sensible about it. Leave the area, don't congregate in groups, and we'll all be kept safe, please God.
Super stuff. Looking forward to it. Very best of luck with this year's league, James.
Thanks very much, Gavin.